Hello, everyone, and welcome to a very special interview here on Fightful's YouTube channel, Fightful.com. I am with the Tokyo Sports Women's Grand Prize 2024 winner, Sareee, as well as one half of the IWGP Tag Team Champions, and hopefully soon to be the IWGP Women's Champion. Sareee, welcome.
Hello, everyone. Hello, Scott.
Hello,
you
thank you.
today.
Thank you as well.
Thank
I've
you.
been looking forward to talking to you. Obviously, many fans have gotten to see your interviews through Fightful.com over the past 2 years since you returned to Japan. It's been an honor to do that, but I'm very excited to have you here today to further the interviews. For everyone listening, you could check out the subtitles below. Sareee will be speaking, of course, and I will as well. Hopefully, fans around the world could take part and check out this interview. So thank you so much, Sareee, once again for doing this. At STARDOM The Conversion 2025, you will finally challenge again for the IWGP Women's Championship. You wanted to be Syuri's first challenger, but that is no longer the case. How frustrating has this process been for you, as you also wanted to be one to dethrone Mayu Iwatani?
岩谷にやっぱ負けてからずっと悔しい気持ちを抱えてここまで来ましたね。首里の初防衛戦の相手になれなかった時は、すごく悔しかったけど、もう今はもう 6.21 の IWGP 戦に切り替えてます。
What are your thoughts towards Syuri heading into the match after your match earlier this year and all that has happened since? Of course, for those who don't know, that happened at Sareee-ISM. Earlier this year, you guys went to a 30-minute time limit draw with your hopes of winning and then challenging Mayu Iwatani.
私は今年に入ってから3連敗していて、首里選手ともドローで終わっていて、シングルではやっぱすっきりする結果を出せていないからこそ、この大一番は特に気合が入っています。
In this build-up, you have been saying a lot regarding STARDOM, the growth of their rookies, and it's gotten some callback from the fans. You know, you faced Rana Yagami, you faced Aya Sakura in the build-up to both this match and your upcoming match with Saya Kamitani at Sareee-ISM. What has that reaction been to you, and do you feel that the reaction to you is welcome as you are kind of the outsider coming in and trying to take over?
そうですね。桜彩とシングルは、親友である夏っぽいからお願いされて、この対戦決まりましたけど、そうですね。手加減しないで思いっきり行くのが、夏っぽいにおめでとうっていう気持ちも全て含まれてると思ったんで、私はいつものサリーとして桜彩としっかり向き合いましたね。でも、八神ランナーもそうですけど、まだまだの選手たちですけども、でもキャリア1年半と聞いて、ね、八神特にちょっとびっくりしましたね。これからどんな選手になっていくのか、楽しみな選手がここにもいるなと感じました。スターダムに上がって私の言葉で炎上してるとかね、よく言われますけども、そんなの知ったこっちゃないんで、私はサリーらしく、これからも思うことを発言していきたいなと思っています。
Thank you. Talking about Natsupoi, obviously your best friend. It's difficult to look ahead before you win a championship, which of course on June 21st, you'll look to do, winning the IWGP Women's Championship. I feel like you look at the wrestling landscape and certainly have ideas of who you like to defend the IWGP Women's Championship against, whether it be in STARDOM or potentially elsewhere. Your best friend Natsupoi is one person that comes to mind for me, as does some wrestlers you have never faced. Does anyone come to your mind now that you've stood in the Stardom ring?
やりたい選手は、とにかく強い最強と戦いたいですね。はい。
Sareee-ISM is one of the most highly acclaimed events in the world. It is a wrestling event that fans worldwide have looked forward to. Everyone loves to see the uh, announcements for each match, and especially your match, your main event match. So now that the card has been announced, I will say the card feels very different from previous chapters, as there will be 3 big singles matches on the undercard. So I'd love to hear more about your thought process for each match, because I believe the beauty of what you put together is you are bringing up a lot of the young talent on the scene and then putting together such a special main event.
えっと、そうですね、3つのシングルマッチが組まれたですけども、私の見たいなって素直に思うカードを今回も組みましたね。はい。自分自身が見たいカードを組むというのが、私のこのサリーイズムのコンセプトというか、あるので、楽しみですね、すべての試合が。はい。はい。
Sayaka Toyota and Honori Hana are both strong prospects in Joshi and will get the chance to prove it against one another. What has stood out to you seeing both of them compete in Sareism? Why were they the right pairing for this show in your opinion?
2人とも気が強い選手で、ここぞという時にしっかり感情が出る選手だから、やっぱ注目していますし、キャリアの近い2人のシングルは絶対に面白いと思います。
And to follow that up, as I've asked you in many interviews before, a lot of people love your connection with Chi Chi. Chi Chi has become a true staple for Sareeism events, as the excitement for what match she'll compete in is always part of the fun. This time, she'll face a tough test against Dash Chisako. What about Chi Chi stands out to you so much, as she very clearly takes a lot of inspiration from you in her work? And to follow that, why was Dash the ideal opponent for her this time around? And why is someone you think, or who is someone you think could be a rival to Chi Chi in the future?
チーチーは毎回サリーズムに参戦してもらっています。それはなぜかというと、私がチーチーの戦い方が、シンプルに好きだからですね。はい。やっぱり伝わる戦いをする、絶対に負けたくないがしっかり出せる選手だなと思っています。見た目はバービーみたいな感じですけど、めちゃくちゃ気持ちが強い選手ですね。ちさ子選手は、私がすごいと思う選手の一人で、今のチーチーには、ちさ子選手から試合を通して学べることはたくさんあるんじゃないかなと思って、この試合を組みました。
Natsupoi and Miku Kane will finally clash after missing out on the last Sareeism event. We have previously talked about why you saw this as a good match for Kane. So instead, I'll ask you how you think Miku did in her match with Sayori Ano. This will be Kane's 4th singles match at Sareeism as well, which ties Chi-Chi and yourself for most singles matches at your produce shows. What do you believe Kane's potential is moving forward as she continues to keep performing in these great opportunities?
ミクは堀田さんのもう愛弟子ですごく毎日プロレスと向き合っていて、ほんとただ必死に強くなりたい、強くなるために頑張っている姿を私はいつも見ています。サリーズムでデビューしたってこともあって、やっぱ私はすごくミクを応援していますし、今回は、前回欠場になってしまったんですけども、私の親友夏ぽいにプロレスのね、ちょっと厳しさを教えてもらいたいなと思っています。親友がいてくれるサリーズムの大会はすごく安心感がありますね。はい。
There's so much that goes into making a show. Can you tell us more about how this Sareee-ISM came together and what you think of most when you make your matches, especially?
まずは今私がやりたいと思う相手を探してメインイベントのカードを組みます。そして頑張っている若手選手や私が注目している若手選手をサリーズムのお客様に、見ていただきたいなと思っています。若い選手たちがそうですね、どんな経験をしたらいいかっていうのを考えて、カードを組んでたり、そして、一番は戦いを見せたいなって、このサリーズムのリングは戦いだっていうことを見せていきたいですね。
Sareeism Chapter 8 will take place on July 14th at Shinjuku Face. Wrestling fans around the world can check out the show by checking out sareelive.com. That is the best place to watch it on pay per view. It is sold out once again, so congratulations on that as well. Very impressive that you continue to sell them out in record time. I know it's become such a hot ticket over in Japan, so congratulations. When you made your recent return to Sendai Girls, you had to face off a longtime rival, Chihiro Hashimoto, who is now the Sendai Girls World Champion. You've told me before that if she won that championship again, you'd be interested in fighting for it. You haven't held the title since 2019, where you traded wins with her. Could you see yourself challenging her for the championship while also chasing the IWGP Women's Championship and holding the AAAW Tag Team titles?
私は今タッグチャンピオンだからこそ、やっぱチーム200キロと戦いたいです。
You have just won the AAAW Tag Team Championships with her in Marvelous. It is the first time you've held tag team gold since 2021 with Yoshiko. What makes you and Takumi Aroha, two wrestlers who are considered the best in the world, such a great tag team despite not being a full-time team?
私たちはライバルとして今まで戦ってきたので、お互い信頼関係はバッチリだと思っています。
Sanka Akatsuki and Sora Yame have been the first two to challenge you, showing their confidence and growth since their debuts. Sanka, who made her pro wrestling debut against you, has become one of the top prospects in wrestling and has received a lot of hype thanks to her recent performances against Aja Kong and in Marigold, along with her work in Marvelous. What's your opinion on these two rookies making such a challenge so early in their career? Have they captured your attention despite having just returned to Marvelous?
マーベラスの新人選手はみんな基礎がとてもしっかりできているなと思っていて、そして戦果は私がデビュー戦を務めたってこともあって、注目しています、もちろん。戦果の成長にはびっくりしてますね。でも、まだデビュー戦以降戦ってないので、戦うのが楽しみです。
Something that fans may not know is that your sisters are very involved in your work. They help sell merchandise at your shows and are, of course, big supporters of you and your work. What does it mean to you to have them working with you on your shows and being by your side in your career?
2人の姉にはいつも感謝してますね。本当に応援してくれていますし、本当に心強いです。姉がいてくれることが。はい。
Hi.
うん。
To continue the family connection in many ways, your dog Champ is a common guest at your talk shows and on your social media. Dogs are so often like best friends, and Champ sure seems like yours. How much has Champ helped you in everyday life, and what's your favorite activity to do with him?
チャンプがいつももう私に癒しと元気を与えてくれています。オフの日はチャンプと2人の姉と犬と一緒に車で出かけたりとかすることがもう楽しいですね。
At Sareeism, Chapter 8, you will face the World of Stardom champion Saya Kamitani for the first time ever. You've already had some back and forths on social media. You've continuously talked back and forth. She has become the talk of Joshi wrestling, much like you have been over the past year. The first clash between you two feels so important, so major, and it could happen with both of you holding the top prizes of Stardom by then. Why did you feel now was the time to make this matchup happen? What about Kamitani interests you the most?
上谷は、今、女子プロ界でもホットな選手で、戦ってみたいと思うのは当たり前なんじゃないかなと思ってます。
Saya Kamitani and you are very different wrestlers. You compete very differently. There is a heel aspect to her. She brings hate with her to the ring, while you are solo so much of the time. Why are you both such good opponents for right now? Because of your both of how popular you both are and the intrigue behind that.
もうそれは理由は一つで、もう上谷沙耶が今、日本のテレビとかにも出たり、最もホットな選手ってことは間違いないんで、ホットな選手ホットなうちに対戦したいじゃないですか。だから私は上谷沙耶と戦いたいなって。そして戦って確かめたいこともあるので、はい、戦いたいですね。
You got the chance to team with Natsupoi at the Hana Kimura Memorial Show in a wonderful match. Now that you've entered the Stardom ring, could fans finally see you and Natsupoi together as a tag team more and more? Is that something you'd like to happen?
夏ポイとスターダムでタッグを組むかっていうのは全く自分でも分かりません。
Mm. In the last month, two of your seniors, Mako Satomura and Nanai Takahashi, have retired from pro wrestling. How did it make you feel to see each of them, who'd you have chances to fight in incredible matches over the last few months of their careers, retire from pro wrestling for good?
寂しい気持ちも、ないって言ったらもちろん嘘になりますが、私たちがやっぱ、この女子プロ界を引っ張っていかなければいけないっていう気持ちに、改めて強く誓いました。
I had to ask you because, of course, you were chasing her for a year after your match at All Star Grand Queendom 2024. Unfortunately, you guys never got to face off, but Mayu Iwatani is the woman you were chasing. You wanted to be the woman to defeat her for the IWGP Women's Championship, but that wasn't able to happen. Now, Iwatani has left Stardom and joined Marigold at the same ring that you led as world champion last year. You've said already that you're not done with her, even without the IWGP Women's title involved. What was your reaction to her leaving Stardom and joining Marigold? And with you both celebrating your 15th anniversary next year, congratulations, do you feel 2026 is when the rematch needs to finally happen?
岩谷真由とはまた必ずどこかで戦います、私は。
Your tag team partner, Takumi Roha, has entered the Marigold ring, something you did plenty of last year as its inaugural world champion. She also has won the GHC Women's Championship as you pursue the IWGP Women's Championship in Stardom. It's very clear that you're both taking over all sides of Joshi wrestling. What has been your reactions to Takumi's success? Does her win of the GHC Women's title push you even more for your upcoming title match?
いろはが GHC チャンピオンになったことは、タッグパートナーとしてはすごく嬉しかったですね。私もライバルとして本当に負けてられないなと、気合入りましたね。
Mm. It'll be very interesting to see you both winning gold potentially and reigning over both top Puro companies. Is there a strategy, going back to Sareee-ISM, is there a strategy if Hate, who has always involved in Saya Kamitani and Natsuko Tora's matches, get involved at the upcoming Sareee-ISM main event?
対策はしっかりこれから いろはと考えようと思ってます。
The show Aim Talk in Japan recently had an episode on Joshi wrestling, which featured yourself and many others from around the scene. Has this had any notable effect on you or the scene that you've noticed thus far?
アメトーークを見たという声をたくさんの方にいただきましたね。いや、本当に、やっぱ地上波の反響は本当に大きいなと改めて感じています。アメトーークを見て、試合を見に来たよっていうお客さんもいましたね。
Sareee-ISM has sold out for an 8th straight time, an accomplishment that few companies in wrestling history have done, let alone someone running a produce show. What does it mean to you to see the continued demand of these shows amongst fans, especially with tickets selling out within minutes?
毎回サリーズムを行うごとに、チケットが完売するスピードが上がっています。チケットを取れなかったっていうファンの方には、本当に申し訳ないんですけども、それだけこのサリーズムがブランド化してきたということかなと思うと、すごく嬉しいです。
For anyone that hasn't, I ask you go check out these Sareee-ISM events. They are truly incredible. There have been 2 so far this year. Sareee has main evented the first of this year against Meiko Satomura, and then, of course, against Syuri in the last one on July 14th. Sareee will team up with her tag team partner Takumi Iroha to face Saya Kamitani and Natsuko Tora of STARDOM. You're gonna want to see that show. For those who don't know, you've been helping training at the Ito Dojo, with Chi-Chi and Mikukane being among those you work with. You've been someone who has said you want to share your vision of pro wrestling with the world with the hopes of them taking it. That Zenjo spirit, as you have said many times to me before. How has leading training gone for you? How have Chi-Chi and Kane done while learning under your teachings?
そうですね、伊藤道場には今たくさんの女子レスラーが来ています。私も試合をして強くなりたいんだなって感じた若手選手には、何かを、ね、私が教えられること何か教えたいなって思って、練習に声をかけたりも実際しています。女子プロレスの未来のためにも強いレスラーを育てていきたいなと私も思っています。
At Natsun Sayori's anniversary show, you faced and defeated Sendai Girls junior champion Aya Sakura. She showed a lot and brought every part of her in the match before you ultimately defeated her. Did she impress you in the match? Do you believe she has a bright future ahead?
さくらやはもっとここから強くなる選手だなと思いましたね。とにかく今は練習だと思います。
As we talk more about your vision of pro wrestling and the future of pro wrestling, it's become noticeable that wrestlers have started to do your moves very similar to you. Shino, the daughter of Michiko Omakai, has recently debuted and is using the same overhead Uranagi that is famously your own finisher. She also said to me in an interview that came out last week that she wants to face you one on one. That you are the one she picked because of the sharing of the Uranagi and obviously your fighting spirit. Were you able to see any of Shino's debut? Did she leave an impression on you? If so,
少し映像で見ましたね。大向井美智子さんに裏投げの形が似ているなと思いました。いつか真の選手と対戦する日が来るのかなと思うとワクワクしますね。
thank you so much, Sareee, for your time here today. It's been an honor to get to talk to you one on one finally. It's been wonderful. For those who want to check out Saree's upcoming major matches, this on Saturday, June 21st, this Saturday, you can watch Sareee challenge for the IWGP Women's Championship against Syuri in the main event of Stardom, The Conversion. This will be Saree's second time challenging for the championship as she tries to win it for the first time in her career. You can also check out Sareee-ISM Chapter 8, which will happen on July 14th at Shinjuku Face, as always. Both shows will be available for pay-per-view. Stardom The Conversion will be available through Stardom on pay-per-view worldwide for fans who check out. And then Sareee-ISM Chapter 8, as well as all Sareee-ISMs. SareeLive.com is the best place to do that. You can watch all of them. You can watch that show live on there. You get video on demand as well, because the main event of that show is a very special one. Sareee and Saya Kamitani will face off for the very first time in their careers. Sareee teams with Takumi Iroha to face Saya Kamitani and Natsuko Tora of Hate. It should be a very, very special matchup. Thank you so much, Sareee. Everyone can follow Sareee at Sareee_official over on X, and you can follow Sareee and Sareee-ISM as well at Sareee_ISM to always keep track of everything going on in the career of Sareee.
ファンの皆様、いつも応援していただき、本当にありがとうございます。こうやってスコットさんに、いつも、海外にこうニュースを流していただいて、とても感謝しています。これからもずっとよろしくお願いします。ありがとうございました。